We're here at the launch of Sheffield, the open-air Museum of Football here at the Silver Room in Sheffield's Victorian Town Hall. It's an exhibition that's been initiated and organised by Sheffield Home of Football, a charity dedicated to promoting the unique position of Sheffield's footballing history to the world and the creation of Footballing Heritage Museum. In these cabinets behind me, a number of trophies, original hand-printed pictures, coins and other artefacts never before seen in public are on show to the public from now until Saturday the 4th of October. The exhibition is free and you can come into the wonderful town hall and just see some of the things that are on show. Sheffield has a unique footballing history that no other city in the world can claim. John Clarke is the organiser from the Sheffield Home of Football charity.
Sheffield as a city is an open air museum. All the articles that are in here relate to buildings within the city. So you can come, look at the exhibition with some of the rarest things we've found, and then go and visit the buildings that actually held the secrets.
This is the first cabinet, John, and we've got a vast array of trophies and shields. What have we got here?
We've got probably three of the oldest shields in the world. We've got the Clegg Shield, which is the oldest school trophy still played for today. Ironically, in the town hall, because he was the Lord Mayor of Sheffield.
Is that the one in the middle?
That's the one in the middle. On the left-hand side, we've got the Sheffield Wednesday Shield. Ironically, I think you'll find it's Thurlston who won that one, which was a club that, believe it or not, John Marsh was captain of Wednesday. He went to Thurlston afterwards and just happened that village won the cup. We've got the United Trophy on the far end, which has probably got one of the oldest emblems of Sheffield United in existence.
These are schools trophies, not Sheffield United FC.
These were donated by the clubs to bring sport into the schools of Sheffield. So they're very, very unique. So the Clegg one is probably the oldest in existence that is still played for today.
And that's from 1907, this one in the end. And the sort of marquetry, the silverware, the silversmith has done an amazing job. Was this made in Sheffield?
All made in Sheffield. That one was at Portland Works, but not the one we know. It's Portland Works on West Street. And these two are all walk-on halls. And
what are these two trophies on the top?
The two trophies on the top, one is what we think is the original copy of what the Jugend Trophy was taken from. So they had a master do an original and then all the copies were made from that. And it looks like this was the original Jugend Trophy. The second one just there is the Manor Counties, again, still played for today by the school kids. So the school kids still hold that high in the air.
John, there's more documents and records in this one. What are these ones in here?
Well, if we look at the bottom one, we'll find it is the Creswick Diary, where the line, I established a football club which all the people of Sheffield can play in. So that is Sheffield FC actually being founded.
By Sir Nathaniel Creswick.
By Sir Nathaniel Creswick. The top one, the Pilgrim one, is even more interesting because it looks like it was printed yesterday. But that is actually for the first football match over in America. So basically that's 1908, where the Pilgrims went to take football to America, and it was a Sheffield person who actually formed the team. We've got a photo of the team they played, the Galt Football Club, and we've actually got all the fixtures with the scores in. So I said a very unique. Again, Sheffield Eindhoven, that was formed just after the war, 1946, to unify Britain with the rest of Europe. So as we're trying to form peace, football was also doing it.
The Anglo-Dutch Sports Association?
It's the Anglo-Dutch Football Association. Sheffield FC won the original, and they then played two other games, once against Sheffield Wednesday and one against United. And if you notice again, when you start looking at the players there, it tells you what team. It was a mixed team of Wednesday United players, so it represented the city.
What's this here, the Penny magazine? Who is the Lord Mayor of Football?
That's Clegg. The magazine was printed in 1899-1900 in America. There's three in existence that we know of, and Shoff owned two of them. And you see the front page just there, apart from the fact that it says that Sheffield FC was established in 1854, which is quite interesting. But this is interviews with Clegg himself. So the following
John Charles Clegg?
Yes. So it's William Clegg's signature on it, though, by the way. But when you turn the pages over, it tells you how the rules were founded and what caused the rules to come into place. And I said, these are very unique documents. It took a lot of finding.
I think this is an extremely important exhibition for the whole of Sheffield because it shows the rich diversity of our cultural heritage, and it reveals for the first time artefacts that many people will never have seen.
It would be absolutely amazing if we could have a permanent location where we could actually have all these things on display and keep building. I mean, all the time we've got people giving us artefacts. We're buying them ourselves, of course. So it'd be absolutely fantastic if we have a permanent exhibition, a museum somewhere in Sheffield where this can happen constantly.
Part of your charity's mission is a programme of education and awareness. How's that going, and what further needs to be done about that?
Well, we're hoping to get into more schools this year and directly engage students in aspects of our heritage. We've produced a book which is extremely successful, a history of Sheffield football, which is very accessible to teenagers and young people and has proved very popular. You can buy it in Waterstones or in the Sheffield Museum shops and most bookshops in Sheffield, or directly from Sheffield, home of football.
And next year we're going to publish a brand new book which is going to tell you where all our 14 plaques are around Sheffield, because we've got 14 blue plaques which tell everybody about the heritage of Sheffield football, and that will all be detailed in the book we're going to have out next year, which you'll be able to buy in the museums as well.
We've also got a series of walks, and we're more than happy to do walks engaging young people in the history and heritage of Sheffield football. At any point, we do a lot of walks with adults and with different groups. It'd be good to get more students involved in that.
Because we've got the world's biggest open-air football museum. We've got the exhibition here, but if you walk around Sheffield, we've got some of the world's first football locations. So that's what the blue plaques are trying to do. They're trying to make visible Sheffield's football heritage for everybody to come and see. In terms of blue plaques for the future, we've got blue plaques for people like Gordon Banks, who you may have heard of, but we've also got blue plaques for people like Herbert Chapman, who was a very famous tactician and managerial innovator, who was manager of Arsenal. He did actually play for Sheffield football clubs, but people in Sheffield may not realise he's actually from Sheffield. So we've got plaques for people of that ilk. There are many homes of football, yes, but Sheffield, in my opinion, is the most significant home of football. And hopefully by viewing some of these artefacts, you'll go away knowing that that is actually the case.
And what's the next step for the charity, John?
Well, the next step is an application for UNESCO World Heritage status, and we're hoping that some of our key artefacts and documentation will be ratified by UNESCO as items of global importance. We're absolutely convinced that Sir Nathaniel Creswick's diaries, the Sheffield and Hallamshire Football Association records are extremely important in the history of world football.
And how can people get involved with Sheffield Home of Football?
SheffieldHomeofFootball.org. We've got a Facebook group. You can come and volunteer and help us run events, take part in the walks.
Hi, my name's Steve Ingall. I've been involved with the charity for about 18 months now. Was quite excited to see an invite to get involved in the Sheffield walks.
What sort of people have been coming on these walks, and how excited have they been to find out about Sheffield's footballing history?
It's been quite interesting for me because I'm new back to Sheffield, so to speak. And so getting involved was good in the first place. But then the people that we meet on the walks is amazing. We've had people coming from all over the country, but also from all over the world. We've had people coming from Germany and people coming from Holland to come on the walks as well. So whether you're from Huddersfield or whether you're from Amsterdam, you're all going to be welcome to it. We'll share every piece of knowledge that we've got with you, confined into 90 minutes plus VAR. But we tried to get you around as much as we can. We go around all the blue plaques that we've got in the city centre, and we go around all the lost grounds that there are in the Sheffield area over on the south side of Sheffield.
What made you get involved as a volunteer with this charity in particular, Steve?
The most blatant answer is I retired and I had to find something to do. But the important thing for me was I've been a Sheffield United supporter for 50 years, and coming back to Sheffield, I wanted to re-engage with that football community. And through talking to the historians that are involved in Shoff and learning from what they've been doing, it's opened my eyes, and I thought I knew Sheffield from a football point of view. So for me to learn and then share that learning with people from all over the place is great for me personally. I get so much out of it. But seeing their faces and taking their tenors off them at the end of the walk to buy a book is just something that you can't take away.
Stephen Burke is the Town Hall Civic Manager here for Sheffield City Council and been very instrumental in helping this exhibition to come to fruition. Stephen, tell me what your role is here.
I look after the Lord Mayor's office. We manage the Lord Mayor's diary and the events that the Lord Mayor undertakes. Also look after the displays behind us, putting on civic displays such as what we've got here, and also the civic silver that the Sheffield's collected over the years.
And how did this exhibition come about?
An interesting conversation with John Clarke about trying to display the open-air museum and how we would be able to link all of the artefacts in order for people to see the city in one place and be able to come here, see the artefacts, and then be able to go out into the city and have a walk around and relate that to the things they'd seen.
And is this part of the town hall normally open to the public? How many people do you estimate will come in and see this exhibition?
This area is open. The atrium as you come into the town hall, and then just off to the right of that you've got the wedding rooms, and then the opposite side is where we are with the cabinets. This is open whenever the town hall's open, so Monday to Saturday, and roughly we'll see anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 people a week, especially when we've got something of interest like this coming in. We're bound to get a lot more people coming in.
And does it help that the exhibition is free and open to anyone? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, it's people are always talking about the cost of living crisis and finding things to do, especially in the school holidays, bringing the kids in and then taking them out, getting them out in some fresh air, walking around the city. I think it will be a big bonus.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful Victorian town hall, isn't it? It's an iconic building, if you like, in Sheffield.
It is, yeah. It's fabulous. It was opened in 1897 by Queen Victoria. It's been in operation ever since, and there are lots of little nooks and crannies that people can see, and sort of you realise you see something new every day. I've been here for nearly 2 years, and I still like to walk around and just see what springs out of me that I've not noticed before.
And you're supporting Sheffield Home of Football as a charity because it aims to put Sheffield on the map with its unique football history. Why? I'm
a former member of the Royal Navy. I've travelled to 151 countries, and the first thing that I talk about is football, and then I get to talk about Sheffield, and it is the home of association football. We have the oldest football club, the oldest football ground, so on and so forth. There's so many things that you could talk about this city about, and football is a leveller, and Sheffield has its rightful place in that, and the world should know that this is the birthplace of all that game that people have played. All those people cheering the women on winning the Euros recently, it all happened because of what happened in Sheffield.